Wickets continue to fall on the second day of the LV County Championship match between the country's top two sides currently, Sussex and Middlesex, at the Brighton and HoveJobs.com county ground. 13 had fallen on day one, and 11 balls into the second morning, the trend continued as Ed Joyce gave James Harris some early success by offering Neil Dexter a catch at long leg, before the out-of-sorts Craig Kachopa nicked Toby Rowland-Jones behind to fall for just a single, at a lead with his side on 76 for 5 in reply to Middlesex's 269. On a pitch which was offering the bowler plenty of assistance, Luke Wright countered with a quick-fire 26. But the uneven bounce played a part in his dismissal, as with the score on 110, Ollie Rayner held on in the slips off the bowling of Stephen Finn. 3 wickets had fallen, but none of them being the night watchman Steve McGoffin, who held up his end well while Ben Brown tried to play around him. The nature of the surface could be summed up by the individual scores in this match, with only extras in the Middlesex innings making it to a half-century. Although Brown played the best innings of the match so far, he too was to fall short of his 50, even though he did add 41 runs with McGoffin, whose 2-hour stay was finally ended when he gave Harris, the country's leading wicket-taker, his 3rd wicket of the innings and his 29th of the championship summer, a drive landing into the hands of Rowland-Jones. Ollie Robinson fell to Rayner's very first ball of the match, and then Brown took it upon himself to get as many as he could before he ran out of partners. He laid into Harris, hitting him for 4 fours in a single over, as the keeper at least tried to get his team to 200 for a bonus point and to close the gap on his opponents as much as possible. He made all but 5 runs of a 9th wicket partnership of 31 with Ajmal Shahzad, who due to an arm injury was by now playing only as an emergency batsman in this match. Brown fell for 46, although it took some very quick thinking from John Simpson behind the stumps to remove him, Rayner with his 2nd wicket. And then Matthew Hobden was run out, Harris with a direct hit from the covers, as Sussex had to settle for a final score of 192, leaving them 77 runs behind on an up and down pitch. It was the same story when the visitors batted a second time, none of them able to stay in for long. Nick Gubbins edged Robinson to Michael Yardy to go for 6. There was a break in the wickets for a dozen overs as Sam Robson and Nick Compton tried to get their heads down, knowing that any decent partnership now would give the championship leaders a great chance of batting their hosts out of this game as they look to make it 3 wins in a row to start building a gap at the summit. 49 were added by these two, before Robson on 15 was bowled by McGoffin at 56 for 2. There followed a great moment for Sussex's substitute fielder Simon Harmer, who hit a single stump from the covers with an underarm throw to get rid of Compton for 33. He took a while to head off, such was his disappointment. Then next ball, James Franklin bagged a pair, edging McGoffin to Yardy to leave with his side on 68 for 4 and leading by 145. 34 more were added to that when Dexter gave Robinson his 2nd wicket of the innings and his 6th of the match. His 7th coming in his next over after tea as Adam Voges gave Yardy his 3rd catch of the day, a one-handed stunner to go for 21 at 103 for 6. Now 180 ahead, and with no sign of this pitch getting any better for the batsman, every run was going to be crucial. Rayner began to dominate the strike and the scoring as that advantage was taken into the 200s by the close, which came 21 overs early as a sea fog rolled in. Indeed, the lead going into day 3 stands at 203, with Middlesex ending on 126 for 6. They will still want more on the 3rd morning, but go into the day as the slight favourites at this stage.